Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with Joao Felix, as Barca would have to spend 25 million euros in total if they want to sign Joao Felix on a loan deal. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Bernardo Silva, as reports still claim that he is going crazy about the idea of joining Barca. He really wants Barcelona as it has been a dream for him. But can Barca fund the move? We are going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Joao Felix raised many eyebrows the other night by admitting his desire to play for Barcelona. Subsequently, rumors emerged out of the Spanish capital, suggesting Atletico Madrid have given the player the green light to join Barcelona ahead of the new season. It appears Atleti are open to sanctioning a loan deal for Felix to Barca with a purchase option embedded in the contract. In a recent report, Spanish outlet Marca have now come up with an exact figure Barcelona might acquire in order to complete the deal this summer. The Spanish publication suggests the Blaugrana might need up to 25 million euros to sign Joao Felix on a one-year long deal. This excludes the options to buy him permanently, which can be activated after the end of next season. The 25 million euro figure includes the loan fee that Atletico Madrid would demand. It must be noted that Los Colchoneros demand a loan fee of 11 million euros for Felix's 6-month loan stay at Chelsea earlier in the year. In this case, Felix's one-year loan deal could attract a fee of 16 million euros, the amortized cost for the next season. On top of that, Felix's wages for an entire year will also have to be borne by the Catalan giants. Barcelona, therefore, could end up having to pay up to 25 million euros to sign the Portuguese international for just one season. Keeping the economics of the operation in mind, it could be tricky for Barcelona to press ahead with a move for Joao Felix this summer. The La Liga champions are not in a position to spend so much on a player for just one season. Not to mention, Atleti themselves do not want Felix to stay in La Liga, so it will not come as a surprise to see the attacker moving abroad once again this summer. Of course, a lot of is spoken about Joao Felix in recent days after his interview. I'll call it his bombshell interview, where he had to speak his mind. He had to speak his mind. Atletico Madrid took it very harshly because, he spoke highly about Barca being the best club he likes and everything like that. And Atletico Madrid lashed out saying that's quite disrespectful from his end. But the player doesn't care because this is not the first time we've been hearing the player giving some jibes against Atleti, because it is already well documented that the relationship between the player and the club is not good at all. And definitely the player wants to move on. He wants to leave. Last season, second half of last season, he spent at Chelsea. It was a loan move and it was quite expensive. Barca are having a good opportunity to land a good player, a world-class talent, but money issues will cripple this club. It's really, really sad because same also goes with players like Bernardo Silva. Silva have offered himself to Barca lately. Despite interest from PSG and Saudi Arabia, Bernardo Silva wants a Barca move. But Barcelona, can they do it? It's all about, look at the players that they could have come and improved our squad, at least to make the squad having quality, and Barca should be Barca that people know in the past. But quite unfortunate that the financial aspect has made things quite challenging for us, and we just start signing players already in their 30s because the money is not there, free agents, and of course those are players that, if you ask me, majority of them are not the caliber of players that should even feature on the bench during the Barca days of Pep Guardiola. The team that time was really good, but now Barca just keeps signing players because there's no money, and they sign even the third, fifth, second, in fact, even the 10th choice of signing as far as that person is a free agent or is relatively cheap. So our hands are tied for Felix's move. How I wish Barca could sneak in to take him, but even for a loan move, we're talking about a figure of 25 million. It's outstanding, and Barca cannot afford that. Let's be honest. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, there has been a lot of noise regarding the future of Bernardo Silva lately. After spending 6 successful years at Manchester City, the playmaker could be on the verge of leaving the Etihad this summer, which has put a host of clubs on red alert. Barca are among those clubs interested in his services. The Catalans were notably in contention to sign the player last summer, but could not afford the player due to financial constraints. It is pretty much the same case this time around, although Barca have yet to lose hope. The club's president Joan Laporta has recently admitted his desire to sign the Portuguese international as part of the club's plans to improve the squad this summer. Now it appears Barca's desire has been reciprocated by Bernardo Silva, who himself is keen on moving to Catalonia. This has been reported by AS, which suggests playing for Barca is in fact the dream for the Manchester City star. However, it is unclear how this recent revelation could aid Barca in their pursuit for Silva, with the player still remaining having 2 years left in his contract. He has a handsome market value of 80 million euros, which makes him an unrealistic option for Barca. The club have tried to find out ways of reaching out an agreement with Man City, but the Premier League champions appear to be in favor of a cash-only deal. To that end, PSG leading the chase to sign the Portuguese as they are in position to finance the deal. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.